Hello. In 7th place and Footscray 9th have both beaten the same team, St Kilda. Well, Essendon hadn't played for a fortnight. They played their third round match on the 31st of March against Carlton. But Footscray played on Tuesday night in the night competition and were beaten by the West Australian Premiers East Perth. Essendon without their captain Ken Fletcher and also the star forward Paul van der Haar, who was out for 1 week suspended. Well, what a game these two teams turned on. Let's go to it now with the commentators Graham Dawson and Doug Hayward, and we pick it up 13 minutes into the third quarter.
To 10-6-66 Footscray. 16 minutes into the third term. Smets playing at fullback on Terry Danaher will kick in. Danaher has had at least 3 opponents. Beautiful kick by Smets. But Reid chips in, drops the mark, but his recovery is good. To Keenan. Keenan's long kick is back towards Terry Danaher. Couldn't hold the mark. Madden with the right foot snap, dribbles it through for a goal. His second, and Essendon's 14th. He couldn't kick a goal a moment ago with his left foot from a deliberate shot, but that was a right foot snap that dribbled through, and Essendon 14-10-94 lead Footscray 10-6-66.
Bristow been a very quiet player. Keenan beating pointless for that punch down. Cleverly across it goes, picked up by Lowe. Out to open territory. There's only Alan Reid there. If he can get to the ball before it trundles over the line, he will. Whitten comes into him very late. Down looking for Alan Davis. Max Crow comes in. A wild leap that time by Reid. Picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler back towards Reid. John Reid then boots it down towards where Keenan's underneath it. Misses a very easy one. A lot of mistakes in this third term, and the free kick is going to go to Footscray against number 1, Rackers Keenan, and it's back to Dunstan. Ian Dunstan across to Terry Wheeler. Wheeler with his left foot out to a half-forward flank. Great lead by Nagel. Almost brought it down with him. Cleverly out it goes to Scanlon. Or is it Folds? It's Folds. Down it goes. Max Crow takes the mark.
Crow wide of centre half forward. Short pass to Mansfield, who's hipped out of the way by Hawkins. Mansfield goes after it. They dive on him. Hawkins comes up with the ball. Nagel. Mansfield says to umpire Norris, what about a bit high? Umpire Norris says, I'm going to bounce it. Crow does it himself. Now Mansfield, a second attempt. He gets a shove. Now scoops it away to Davis. Davis, a little left foot snap. Home. Another goal to Essendon. First to Davis. 15th to Essendon. And that brings up their 100 points, and they lead by 34 points. 19 minutes gone, third term.
Umpire James. Keenan once again doing battle with Bristow. Davis again. Look how well he delivers it out. It goes to little Marbury. He's off for the run. Can he make the pace? He can. Down to Danaher. Well done, Reid. Came in very strong to that time with great courage. Danaher gets a hand pass. Reid, Alan Reid of Essendon's got the chance. Across it goes a dangerous hand pass. Here comes Watson. The burster comes through, gives it to Madden. Madden on his left foot, shoots and puts it through. That's Madden's third. A lot of fumbling football. Eventually the decisiveness of Madden. Watson there was to assist, but the acting captain did it very, very nicely to kick his own third goal, and Essendon are bolting away.
Hampshire off the ground. Bristow coming back on as the interchange player. Is favoured by that bounce. Fisted forward to Scanlon, who gets the hand pass. Keenan taps it out towards Robbins. He breaks the tackle, gets it wide. Marsh will lead in the race for the ball. He does so. Look at Wheeler, straight at him. Free kick to Marsh. Gets up, plays on. And is well tackled by Lowe. And there's a free kick. And Mansfield pulls Wheeler by the hair, and there'll be a 15-metre penalty. And very good play by Marsh, because he was thumped. He just got up and kept going. The 15 metres, now 30. And good tackle by Lowe. And there's a nice lead. And he's put the ball right onto the chest of Egan, who got a knock and is now playing in attack. He looks for Templeton. Plenty of defenders, but look at Templeton. That is a magnificent mark. Up gracefully, just hung there to take his 5th mark.
Graham, that's really the first opportunity he's had this term, isn't it?
First time he's let out, he's taken the mark, he's kicked 2 goals, 1 in each of the first 2 quarters, a chance to kick his 3rd. And he has, desperately needed by the Bulldogs. Footscray go to 11.672, Essendon 16.10, 106. The Bombers still lead by 34 points.
Bristow and Madden. Madden won it so easily. John Reid, nicely done out to a half-forward line. Screaming after it as Crackers Keenan, an awkward bounce. 3 Essendon 1 against them. There's a 4th and they overrun it. Picked up by Foles. Terribly dependable player. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. 2-1 against Templeton. He still fights them. Nagle's the contester. Picked up and a hand pass goes across towards little Egan, who puts it through. Well, what an extraordinary kick across the ground that one was by Foles.
And that makes the difference 28 points. Keenan and Bristow, neither decisive. Robbins loses it to Bennett. It's high. Wheeler and Mansfield. Barbary there. Wheeler strong. Takes the mark. Plays on to his captain, Jennings, centre half back. Footscray looking a little better. Chance again for Egan. Templeton comes out in front of Shaw. Witten's grabbed high and will get a free kick for Footscray at centre half forward. Within scoring range and a chance to put Footscray back in the game. Witten 40 metres out from goal, directly in front. Three goals in 2 minutes for Footscray. Witten's first. Footscray 13.684. The trailing Essendon 16.10, 106. 22 points the difference. After Essendon had got away to a lead of 40 points and we entered time on in the 3rd term.
As he could easily, and I think should have rightly been awarded that one. Well played, Hampshire. Tackled beautifully. Shane Hurd was the tackler and did it so well, did the little winger, against 15.5 stone of bulk. Hurd's kick is not a good one. Oh, in the back. Free kick must go to Footscray, and it's Stephen Power. Across it goes to Foreman. Here comes Piers. Tackled by Nagle. Taken by Hurd again. Fumbled by Neil Danaher. Well played, Jennings. Out to Tivendale. Back to Templeton. Templeton cleverly turns. Left foot snap for goal is miraculous football. That was a superb goal. Templeton number 5. 19-7. Amazing kicking. 121 and Essendon 19-13, 127, and there's 19 minutes gone in the final term.
As Keenan's back on the ball against Bristow, he gets the tap down. Reid bursting through for Footscray. Will drive them deep into attack. The Bulldogs storming home. Out comes Williams. He's got his name on it. Couldn't hold the mark. Merritt overruns it. Gets it out to Neil Danaher. Essendon stand firm. Oh, Footscray power. Marks. Goes wide. And finds Foreman, who straightens up at half-forward. He's going to have a long shot. All Essendon. The mark taken by Merritt in the last line of defence. Goes towards Foles. Tivendale right there. Strong play by Foles. Keenan to support. Play on's the call. Comes to Dunstan. Back to Foles. Essendon under a lot of pressure. Jennings leading in the race for the ball. Dropped the mark. Plays it close to the line. Now it's over. Half forward flank, outer side. 6 points the difference. Essendon in front. 20 minutes gone, final term.
Tremendous recovery by Footscray. They will not give in. Williams and Keenan. Keenan won it. Hand pass comes across again to Foreman. Foreman then across and Templeton. He played that one. paid that one. That's mark number 7, and Kelvin Templeton, who is a wonderful kick for goal normally, could equalise the scores. Footscray trailing by 1 goal. As Templeton, who's kicked 5, is about 40 to 45 metres out, close to the man of the mark. Not a good kick. Punched away nicely there by Nagel. Coming through is Scanlon. Hit out by Keenan, back to Nagel is great football. Hand pass to Foles. Foles very calm, gets his left foot and boots it out to Watson. Watson centre wing. Steadies, wants to go. Wisely didn't. Almost on half-back flank is Watson. A good-looking kick downfield. Looking for Crow. Behind was Morrison. Lost it. Picked up nicely and a hand pass from Reid. Out wide it goes to Foreman again. He's off for the run and doing it well. Steadies and kicks it high in the air downfield. Kelvin Templeton, 2-1 against him. Well done. Beautifully done. The aerial skill that we know so well. Templeton too far out to score.
His long kick is right in towards full forward. Williams and Hampshire. No one held the mark. Neil Danaher gets it out to Mansfield. Mansfield towards Merritt. Mansfield goes after it again. Merritt's long hand pass to Nagel, who follows it up out towards Marsh. Marsh in trouble, but he steps beautifully out of trouble. Away go Essendon. Too far for Wheeler and Barbary. Quick recovery as Reid goes after it, out of bounds, out of wing. Essendon in front by 6 points, 22 minutes into the final term, after they'd led by 40 points midway through the third quarter. Crow gets it down, but it's taken away by Jennings. Chance here for Foreman. In comes Pearce. Free kick to Wheeler. Grab without the ball at centre half back. He goes across the ground to Cowden. Running with the flight of the ball. He controls it well. He was off. He'll still run. Straightens up. Templeton. In front is Scanlon, but Templeton's marked. 15-metre penalty. And Templeton now well within scoring range. And he's got a chance to level the score. 9th mark for Templeton. 5 goals he's tallied. At the 23-minute mark of the final term, Templeton comes in. He's levelled the score. Goal number 6 to Templeton. 127 points apiece. And a fantastic fight back by the Bulldogs, who are down and almost out midway through that third quarter when they trail by 40 points.
Keenan and Bristow clashes. Umpire Norris bounces it. Keenan wins it. Kelton's got the chance. Gets a nice hand pass out to Jennings. Back it goes to Power. Power boots Footscray into attack. Kelvin Templeton and Scanlon. Hampshire from behind. Ted Whitten's there too. Across it goes, and here's a chance now for Lowe. Lowe pursued by Nagel. Lowe back towards Pearce. Pearce has got the chance to put them in front. Kicks it cleverly across. Beautifully across to Williams. And that was intelligent, cool, calm-thinking football by Pearce. And Williams has marked only about 15 metres in front. Only about 15 metres out. Kicks it and kicks it badly. Footscray 1 point in front. That was only his 3rd kick for the match. What a sensational match it's turned out to be.
And what a costly miss that could be by Williams at the 24-minute mark of the final term. The Bulldogs are back in front by 1 point. For the first time since the second quarter, they led by 15 points at quarter time as the kick in by Shaw is long. He's going straight down the ground. Here's Terry Danaher right down, but Cowton has marked. Footscray players running everywhere. There's 3 of them on the stand side of the ground. Lowe is one of them, so's Foreman. In comes Neil Danaher. Ball goes back towards the wing, and it bounces out of bounds between wing and half forward. Footscray in front by 1 point, about to enter time on in the final term.
In come the rucks. It's Robbins goes up high that time with Jennings. Picked up there by Foreman. All Footscray is out to Jennings. Jennings in a flash to Lowe. Lowe then boots it back towards that full forward zone, and it's punched away cleverly by Williams. He went crashing into Keenan, but did it well, did the big fella that time, number 44, Williams. Hampshire above Keenan. Well played, Williams. taken there by Pears. Pears across where Foles goes up and he's off. He can go for another 20 or 30 metres, and he does. That's 50 metres he's run. Boots it down to an open half-forward flank for Danaher, and Danaher marks.
And he gets the hand pass across to Marsh. He'll also run. Marsh goes long. A point will level the score. Madden should mark. No, he didn't, but it's a point. Scores a level. A behind kick by Marsh.
Oh, didn't he crash the Hawkins?
Hawkins down in plenty of trouble. Scores a level. 128 points apiece as Morrison kicks in for Footscray, and all on his own. To take the mark should be Bristow, but he thumps it away from Watson. Comes to ground. That's power for Footscray. All Essendon through Keenan. Kick it long. He does. Back towards centre half forward. Crow is there. To Madden, who throws the ball away. No free kick. Hand pass will go across the line and out of bounds. In the left forward pocket for Essendon. Scores level. 128 points apiece. 26 minutes gone. Final term.
Once again, it's Bristow and Madden. Bristow did this one well. Out wide it goes towards Power. Picked up by John Reid. His kick is smothered, covers little distance. Great football that time by Whitten. Again, it's all Footscray, but they tumble on top of it. And Mac Crow and Stephen Powers, the last one to get to his feet with the scoreboard level. Essendon in attack.
Crow up high, couldn't get it down. It's Reid who gets it across to Wheeler. Wheeler will give it across to Lowe. Lowe turning defence into attack to Templeton, who gets dealt with by Scanlon, and in they come. And down they go. Plenty of tempers, plenty of fire, plenty of brimstone as Templeton took his 10th mark. Keenan pointing a finger at Wheeler. That's happened before today.
And 20 times during today.
128 points apiece. Templeton is on the wing. He's received a 15-metre penalty. Scanlon is on the mark. Kick falling a little short. Neil Danaher should have marked. Not much talking as Whitten comes through. Kicks the ball across the line for a throw-in. Half-forward flank to Footscray. They're deep into attack. 27 minutes gone, final term. 128 points apiece. Madden is there against Hampshire. Mansfield will get it for Footscray. Gets a free kick. And that'll stem the current Footscray onslaught as he goes for Bennett, who went in far too casually. Carlton Shepherd's free kick to Carlton. Bennett holding onto his arm.
What a bad miss that was by Bennett. Far, far too casual. And at this crucial stage with the scoreboard level, 28 minutes gone, Carlton short pass to Captain Jennings is beautifully done. Jennings centres it back right across. Williams has got the chance. Fowles behind, does it beautifully. In the Marsh, Dunstan direction, and Marsh is the speedster. Marsh goes racing out 2-1 against him. He gets there first and hooks it into the crowd. Out of bounds on the full half-back flank, and the chances there for them to get back into business.
Wheeler has it for Footscray. Back into the centre of the ground. All Footscray. Tevendale. Oh, silly hand pass, but it may come off to Whitten. Whitten to Carlton. Carlton fumbles at the crucial stage. Foles gives it across. Play goes on. Foles has got a second chance. Umpire James calls for a bounce at the draw. A drawn game at the Western Oval. Footscray 20 goals, 128. Essendon 19-14, 128 points.
And the goal kickers for Essendon, Terry Danaher kicked 8 and Madden kicked 3, and for Footscray, Templeton 6 and 2 each to Dunstan, Jennings, Morrison and Egan. There was a controversial score at the end of the first quarter when Watson for Essendon kicked a point. Two interesting points here. Firstly, the ball just went over the line for a point, and then it was right on the siren for quarter time. So no one was to know how important that was, right on the siren, just that vital point to Essendon. So let's take a look at it and see what you think.
Davis, nonchalant as ever. Feeding off him is Watson. What's he going to do? I'll run round you, Smith, he says. Left foot snap. Was it touched?
So, Tim Watson having a run for goal. We'll have a look at it again. It appears as though the kick may have been after the siren, but you'd have to allow for the fact that the noise of the siren would have to carry out to the middle for the umpire to hear it. And it's only when the umpire hears the noise of the siren. But so we'll have a look at this one again, and the main point to bear in mind was, did he kick it after the siren?
What's he going to do? I'll run round you, Smith, he says.
Well, it was a photo finish, but it went down to a score to Tim Watson, and of course just that 1 point made the difference, and they got 2 competition points out of it for the draw.
It's a chance now for Smets, but the ball eludes him also.
Scanlon goes down.
And will be penalised, I think, and a good mark to Templeton. As of course back behind play, umpire James coming across the lead. He won't quite get to it, or will he? Yes, he does. Oh! Marsh leads in the race.
And they kept going down.
Oh! Yes, there was a free kick prior to that, and Wheeler.
Nagel and Wheeler have a few words.
From Reed down toward the wing position. Oh! Where'd he go?
Pearce disappears.
Pop one too high, and Merritt will take the free kick.
Now a bit of a shoving competition here.
Certainly kept the crowd on their feet. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Short pass to Templeton.
Templeton and Shaw have a little mix-up.
He's a long way downfield. He's on the wing position, and Scanlon and Templeton having a wrestling match, and the players come and throw themselves into the frenzy. A hand pass working, holding the ball decision. No play on, said the umpire, and a bounce now will be affected.
The verdict, a draw. And now